We've got no time this week, so let's make bad decisions. Welcome to another episode of Allstar Garage. Now, let's just get one thing straight from the off. I mean, let's have it right. I am wearing some very similar clothes to what I was wearing on the end of the video, the one that you watched the other day from the Mildenhall, from the racing, because you did. And that is because I've literally just unloaded some of the lorry outside and filmed the last bit of that episode with that was great, racing was good, see you later, catch you in the next one. Put the shutter down, put the kettle on, walked over here, turned the camera on, and now I'm filming this. So I do go home and cleanse myself, I promise. I don't live in these clothes. I literally just walked in and now we're on the next episode. So whatever, we'll go with it. Anyway, welcome to Allstar Garage. So in the episode this week, there's been some changes to the original plan that I had of taking the engine out of the pink one and putting it in the used X300 that I've got in the corner, the one that the engine blew up in before, if you remember. That was going to go back to Eastbourne, because that car was from Eastbourne last time, with the standard 2 litre in it, on the pretense that it's a bit slippery at Eastbourne and probably don't need all the big horses and the whatever with a built engine. But after further inspection after the weekend, I don't know what I've done to it, but that engine has been sick everywhere, all over the lorry. That's chucked all of its engine juices everywhere that shouldn't be everywhere. So I've possibly blown another engine up, or where I've had a crash, I might have ripped the lugs out the side of the block for the engine mount and put a hole in it that way. It might have got really hot and chucked all its oil out like the last one did. I don't know. So we don't really have time to look at that. Because I'd have to pull the pink one to get the bonnet off of it to then take the engine out of it. But the starter motor packed up, as you saw at the end of the Mildenhall video, and there was clutch issues and whatever. So to get that running is going to take time, probably not a lot, but I'll have to put a starter in it and play about with it, to then put oil in it, to then run it up to see if it's okay. In the meantime, we could be doing something else. So I think I'll strip that next week, the week after, because we've got the busy couple of weeks coming up. And I'm going to try and press forward with the idea of getting the fresh sign-written one that we did last week, change the axle in that, get the brakes on that, get the prop and the exhaust on the pink one, I think, get some bits off of that, get that all together, and try and get the other engine back, put that in, go back, rolling road that, get that ready for next week. I'm still then going to have springs and stuff to change about, but I can do that next week once the engine's bedded in, ECU's done, ready to go. There is obviously a big elephant in the room right behind me, which is the Lohman racing engine that came back, which I blew up at World Final last year, which was 7-8 months ago now. That one's just come back. However, that's a very similar situation, that needs to go on the rolling road and be mapped to the ECU to make sure everything's right, because otherwise all you do, if you don't go to the rolling road with these built engines, is do what we did last time and detonate your engine. Because we didn't have time, and I'm not doing that again with the expensive engines. So that can sit on the shelf for now. I'm not sure what we're doing with that or what car that's going to go in, but because we've already got a plan in motion for the other one that I put the order in for after the last one went bang, this one can sit on the back burner. Good friend of mine who does not want to be named, he gave me this goodie box at Mildenhall, and it's full of many things. He didn't like the water pump pliers I was using to do my electrical connectors, so I've now got some proper ones of them that I don't really know how to use, along with many connections of stuff. And apparently, I don't know how true it is, but apparently my PPE is not very good. So I've got all these breathing things and listening things and what's this now? Viewing things. And I'm like, I'm pretty safe now. I'm all right. I'm not putting one of them on, but you get the gist. I've got some cable ties and some masks and some. What's AC90? That's good for nuts and bolts and Jesus. Smells good. So that's pretty cool. Goodie bag box of wickedness. Also got kill switch. That's pretty new because I like breaking them. So that's cool. Yeah. Main thing that we're going to talk about on the bench today. Let me put this in a safe place. There you go, that's safe. Is the axle. Because if you remember way back when, God knows how many episodes ago, we did a Northampton, I think, and the diff was leaking in the Jag, and I just kept like putting a drip tray underneath it, and then when it comes to racing it, I'll just fill it back up again, and then it just like self-circulate. So there's a leak on the back plate on that that's really bad. That's really leaky, and I'm not sure what it is, but with these Jag axles, they are not the easiest thing in the world to strip down, and that's been sat here with a mountain of other bad things around it for a few weeks. But that's obviously got to go in that car over there that you can't see, that I keep pointing at, but believe me, it's there. And that is going to go to the rolling road, hopefully at the end of the week, with the new engine in it. But for the gearing and the ratios and the... I've got to fix it, is what I'm saying. So let's get on and do it. One thing I do know for free though, these are really heavy, but that's not what I was going to say. One thing I do know is, what was I going to say? Nope, that's gone, can't remember. Yeah, great, forgot how amazingly not fun these are. Fork liftage, I think. If I lift it up with forks now, that's going to be right in my grill, isn't it? Why do I always hum the theme to Peppa Pig? I don't really like Peppa Pig, but I can't help but sing the theme tune to Peppa Pig. I don't know why, but I do it quite a lot, and I talk to myself. Jesus! Yeah, the handbrake fell off. That was cool. There's no need to knock your handbrake off. Do you know what? I just leant on the forklift then and used the throttle to rev it up to lift it up and thought, I hope this handbrake doesn't pop off that it normally does. So I normally sit in it to hold my foot on the brake, and I didn't. And the one time I don't, she runs away. That's great. There's no easy way of doing these, I don't think, or not that I've found yet. Someone else might know better. Long story short is the diff is there, the differential, and all the wishbones and everything bolts like through it. So you can't just take a diff out of a car like you can on a Frog Eye or a Merc or whatever. It's all bolted together, but so you have to lift it up to then unbolt it, but as soon as you unbolt it, then things start floating around and everything just gets a bit... They're not very nice, that's what I'm saying. That goes under there, is that got knuckles on there? I can't remember. Oh, I've got to take the button plate off of it, haven't I? Yeah, I do remember. Yeah, it's not very nice. Great. No. Definitely not. Okay, so we've got the diff stripped down, or stripped down enough for what we need. The bottom plate is off, the wishbones are off either side. You have to strip all that down to get then this plate, which picks up the bit that's got rear link arms on it and whatever else. And what I have discovered up in here, running from here all the way up there, can you see it just about? And then it goes around there, just on the crossing line there, look. It comes back down, it goes all the way down, and it goes all the way down to there. That is crackage. And that is a real fine line, but that goes all the way. So I can only assume at some point I've had the big yeehaw, and this bit that goes on the back. That sits on there like that. That's got link arms that go up to the back of the chassis, and then the wishbone goes through there. So that is the wishbone point. Quite important actually, as it goes, as an anchor point that's trying to snap off. Oh man. So the issue I've got is the spare axle is way up there's away on a pallet in the corner that's complete. So I've got to go up there and take this off and this off and this off and everything off, and then all the 30 mils off, and not spill the oil, because then if the oil comes out up there it seeps down through the roof of the office on my desk. Without moving like 4 cars to get the forklift in there. And so do I just clean her up and chemical metal that back in? I don't know if you know my nickname, but that's normally the sort of procedure we go for with the pretend it didn't exist, and that's good. Sign written Jag, rolling road, expensive engine, 17,000 million mile an hour on the rolling road. Do we want that to detonate or fall off or go racing and you knock that and it splits open and all the diff oil comes up and the diff seizes? And should we just do it properly for a change? I mean, it's already quite late on the Monday night. Joe, what are you doing? Hello? You're 30 foot up in the air, nutter. What are you doing? You staying, are you? Okay. Oh yeah. Oh, no. Come on, baby. Come on. Jesus. Really? Do we need all that? Yeah. What's this? So what do you reckon that's got in it? 55,000 litres. Probably drain it out, shouldn't I? Sometimes people go to me, I'll go down the gym 3 nights a week. Why? Come and do some of that. Now, there ain't no gym. Nearest thing I get to gyms, I mean, a postman's called Jim. That's about it. Oh yeah. Goodbye, shins. Didn't go. Oh dear, this is bad. This is really bad. This is not good. Nope, definitely not. Okay. What I could do I need them? So I don't know if the ones down there I've got a bent, because if they're not, I could just cut these off with the grinder, 30mm on the gun. So I spend all night sitting up here trying to get these off and they don't want to come undone. Oh, pinchy. What was the need for that? Oofta. Okay, let's not do that again. No, that's getting cut off. Back down the stairs for the 5 millionth time. Oh, it still hurts. Yep. That was never coming undone with a spanner. Let's be honest. There we go. It's a lot of hard work for one back plate, isn't it? Right, that is the axle back together, all bar the steel hubs, which are still on the Series 2, which I need to get off, which will bolt straight on the ends there. I'm glad I did it in the end with the back plate. It was a proper bit of playing about, but obviously time lapse for you. But in reality for me, it's 2.5, nearly 3 hours worth of work. But you can see on the inside, all the way along here, where that crack is there on the outside, and it does go through and through. So that was definitely our little leak up in there. That's really sharp actually. Let's push that bit out there. Don't know how well you can see that, but that is all the way through and through. So that one is in the scrap pile. Perfect. Hello, hello. Right, it is Tuesday. We are currently in the van, heading up to north on the M11. Well, we're not going that north. We're only going to Peterborough. We are going up to Lindale Engines to pick up my new 2.3 Frog engine, Galaxy engine, the ones that we use in the bangers. This is the one that I ordered after blowing up the engine at Eastbourne 4 weeks ago. So we shot up, dropped them an engine off. They've done it already. And it's ready to go in. So this is the one that is to go in that fresh car that Dan Sam wrote last week. Half the reason I'm shooting up there to get it is I've been at an accountant meeting with my accountant in Essex half the day, and I'm a third of the way to Peterborough. So it makes sense just to crack on, pick it up, get it back, and then we've got it. We're going to try and get it in, and if the plan goes to plan, and some more plans, then we are going to be coming back up the M11 on Friday with the car to go back to Lindale for the rolling roads with the ECU and get the map done and the bits and the bobs. And hopefully we'll be super quick fun times. Right, now, sit rep, okay? The sit rep is, if you don't know what a sit rep is, right, I learned it on a American police TV show thing, situation report, but it makes it sound really important. It's a situation rep, or right, sit rep, you know, because we're cool and stuff. The sit rep, that doesn't sound right. What we're doing is, this is going to go to Eastbourne next week. I know in the last episode, last week away, I said it wasn't, but it is, because I don't know what's going on with that, and I don't know, so whatever. Yesterday I had to go for an accountant meeting in Essex, and then the Lindale was done, so I shot up to Peterborough, picked up the Lindale. The plan is Brought the Lindale back last night. We're going to put this on the ramp now and start taking the axle out, which I've already done, but you didn't see that because the microphones I left in the van yesterday with the box open and they were flat. So they've been on charge, so hi. The axle is out, the old one, 2 C's bolts, that was really cool. That took me 17.5 times longer than it needed to, but that's gone. This is the good one that we rebuilt Monday night going back in. And then we're going to get that in. The hubs for it, I forgot, are on the Pink Series 2, so I need to get them off. And then that can go on the floor. Then it can turn round, and then the Lindale can go in with the Mazda gearbox on. But then I also remembered the engine mounts for that are also outside on the Pink Series 2. So, tried to save time by not stripping that yet, but we're going to have to take the engine out regardless. And I need the exhaust off it, and the hubs, and the engine mounts, and yeah, let's just get going, because the plan is Friday morning, this time in 2 days, we're going to be wham, flat out on the rolling road with one of the new engines. Yeah, let's get on with it.
Take my hand, and we don't need to do the things we don't want to do.
Okay.
Dribbly,
Ah,
do you like a rubber glove and a cable tie?
well no, I'd like to catch the oil so it don't go all up the floor. Rubber glove and cable tie obviously doesn't work
The
because
black ones don't. I've got some old orange ones here.
the glove on the back of the gearbox looks like a chicken's neck.
Yeah. Guide her in, baby. Go on. Forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, come forward. You stay there. Whoa.
Maybe, probably not.
That's not in now. That needs to go over a bit more.
Well, let's get these 2 bolts in here first, shall we?
Yeah.
Is that them?
Where's
Yeah.
the gearbox now, mate?
Nearer in the middle.
Still miles off.
It ain't going to because the engine's in the water tank. If we jack the gearbox up, that'll clear
And
that.
it will do because it's got to go up anyway.
Right, stay there. Right, now leave it over.
That should still come up a bit more than that. Should
Right.
be about there.
Yeah, we're nearly there.
How much support more, Pete?
I'll soon tell you, brother John.
We're there.
Ish. Yeah, that's it. 1, 2.
Drop them in for a minute and we'll wiggle the rest of it out.
That will line up. That just needs to go down. Needs the bolts out.
Take that lever bar. Take that lever bar out now. Then just give that a whack with a hammer and that drops straight in.
Niceness. What sort of size hammer would you like?
Sledging.
There she goes.
Oh, you're off the water tank now?
That's inch. Oh, because it's come over this way now,
Yeah.
hasn't it? Yeah, no, yeah, that's fine. I'll probably go a little bit more when that gearbox straps up anyway. She's fine. How did I ever get... Ratchet.
Oh, where's this?
I had a very close encounter.
You what?
I had a very close encounter.
What sort of close encounter, mate?
Well,
Or like an alien encounter?
women.
Right.
I was in the bank and I was talking to NatWest Nat.
Right, so you've gone back to NatWest Nat.
I had to go in there to sort some money out.
Yeah.
Parked my car outside with my dog in it. Tesco's Tina's seen the car there. Knew, obviously assumed I was in the bank
Today?
today.
Right.
And I'm in the NatWest bank talking to NatWest Nat, and who walks in with me dog? Tesco Tina.
Oh, right. So they've crossed paths.
So they've now met each other.
They don't know each other, do they? Because that'd be the next thing.
No, they don't know each other.
Right.
How'd you get out of that one then?
Well, NatWest Nat did ask if she was my young lady, and I said no, she's my dog sitter.
Right, hold on a minute. How old is NatWest Nat for her to say Tesco's Tina is a young lady? That is the main question
No,
here.
it's just being polite and saying, "Oh, is that your young lady?"
I've got a question. In fact, I've probably got more than one. So you've told NatWest Nat that Tesco's Tina wasn't your acquaintance,
I've told
even
her
though Tina's been staying at your house.
I've told her she's my dog sitter. And when I go racing, she babysits my dog.
So you're still trying to work NatWest Nat?
Yeah,
And you've told NatWest Nat that Tesco's Tina is the dog sitter?
yeah.
So what are you going to tell Tesco's Tina what NatWest Nat is?
I'd just say she works in the bank and I was just talking to her.
Okay.
Would you ever have him down as a player?
No.
No, I'm not a player, am I? Because
Well, I think you might be. Because if you listen to what you're saying, I think you actually might be.
Yeah.
yeah, but it's all coming back to me now of where I went wrong in life because I was a player. And I'm too old for it now. And somehow I've just walked straight back into it.
Honestly, I don't even know what to say.
Neither do I.
Well, I was a little bit speechless when I see her come walking in the bank with my dog.
Well, I bet you were.
I bet that's what split your trousers.
That probably is what split your trousers.
Yeah, but I haven't really suggested anything to NatWest Nat at the minute, have I?
Yeah, but what if NatWest Nat now goes, oh, I actually quite like Wayne, and then she's in Tesco's getting a bit of lunch, like I was just half an hour ago when I bumped into Tina. Luckily, Tina don't know who I am.
Right.
And what happens when NatWest Nat goes in and goes, oh, you're Wayne's dog sitter, aren't you? And then she goes, excuse me? Mm-hmm. You haven't thought of that one, have you?
No, I hadn't thought of that one.
And then she's going to come round to you and say, excuse me, Wayne, why are you telling the bird in NatWest that I'm just your dog sitter? When actually, I'm coming round your house and sharing a bed with you.
I'm making him lunch.
And making you lunch.
Just to think the sandwiches are going to stop, Wayne.
hadn't really thought about that, to be honest, yeah. I don't know if I need all this stress in my life.
What, women? It's the old yin and yang, isn't it?
Are you reminiscing on back to the days when it was just you and the dog?
I think I might be going back there.
What, just you and the dog? For an easy life?
Yeah.
Poor old Nipper, you don't know who's coming or going.
Yeah. It's like when a single mum invites loads of men round the house and the child doesn't know
Yeah.
what's going on and who's coming in the door next. Poor old Nipper's sat there, and it's like revolving door at Harrods of
Yeah.
all these women walking around, and he's thinking, which one's my new mummy?
Yeah.
Well, not really, 'cause there's only 2 of them. Well, only one's been round there.
Yeah, but now Nipper's met both of them as well.
Yeah.
Nipper's been in that west,
Yeah, he has met both of them.
and now Nipper don't know who's who. Which one do you reckon he had the better connection with?
I know what one I'd like to give it a connection with.
No, you can't keep filling Wayne's dog up with expanding foams, girl. He doesn't like it.
I don't like it either.
He knows
He knows what? He had his
full
chance.
well not to get anywhere near my dog.
Yeah, I don't want your dog anywhere near me. Every time it comes near me, it tries to bite me.
It does try and bite him every time, to be fair.
Tried to have my face off at Northampton when I opened the lorry.
Squirrel did threaten to fill it up with expanding foam.
But there you go, what do you expect?
Not from the top end either.
If I threatened to fill you up with expanding foam, you wouldn't be too nice to me, would you?
Well, I thought it'd be a better dog if it was taxidermied.
That's not very nice.
Not at all, really.
Why?
Because he's
be
a
more
good
friendly.
dog. He's a very good dog.
Or is he?
Listen, I'm not getting involved in your feud. And the dog.
He's only jealous, isn't he? He's jealous.
What, the dog?
Because he knows I've got a really good dog.
How many people has it bitten?
He has bit a few.
Exactly.
But only people we don't like.
Yeah,
If you're
no
nice
one's
to
done
him-
anything to him. He just
No,
decides
but-
to go, I don't like you.
If you're nice to him,
He's had his
He's
chance.
never bit me, and I can walk up to the car and take him out, and he
Yeah.
won't bit me.
he come up. He come in that bank earlier, and he was all chuffed. He was wagging his tail.
Ish. Proposition. Come on now. Yeah. Oh yeah. That's not a multi-spine, I know. Hello. Hello? You could work now, that'd be really nice, actually. What in the name of... Oh. But it's not a multi-spine. I've never had a multi-spine one of them before. Please tell me it's not. I don't need that in my life because I can't see. Let's just try again and hope it's... Sometimes you just have to do things twice, you know? Oh yeah. Okay. Oh no. That's in gear then, because it's not turning over. Why is it always me? Just come on now. Just get one in for me. Please, just... Diff nuts. Anybody got any diff nuts? No. Me either. Oh, yes, I had some. I've lost them. For sure. Have I? I don't know. I've normally got a box up here with, you know, diff nuts. Because we always need them. Have lost a spanner. Okay. We always need a bit of diff nuttage. So I've normally got a tray up on the bench there. What size battery is that? That's probably not the right one. That's the fully offy leaky one, isn't it? Yeah. Here's some I found earlier on another axle. Outside. That's the one that's actually the axle that just come out of it like yesterday. So I'll just take them nuts for now. That's fine. Oh dear. Okay. Ah, but I still can't turn it, can I? Great. Right, we're gonna have to come downage. Take it out of gear. Try again. Let's do some stuff. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm getting stiff. Right, let's put that in for a second. Let's find some. What's this now? It's a pole in it. That is neutrality, or neutralis, or neutral, if you're that way inclined. Oh, come on now. Hey! Oh, please tell me I didn't do that. That's the strap for the gearbox. Probably rubs, I don't know. If I put that in loose, just for a minute, then we know when I get in it and I go to test it and I make sure it's in neutral and it almost falls out with 2 bolts in it, then I know I need to put gear oil in it, alright? Right, now we've got neutralis, we should be able to move, yeah, Propagio. That's nice. Lost the washer ridge though. Okay, and one more. Come on, baby. Come on now. Ah, there we go. 1, 2, 3 on the propeller of doom. Got to find some voltage for 4 of them. I bet they're not on the bench either, are they? See, and this is why we don't tidy up, because I knew I had some over there. Okay, right. Situation report, another one, is I've lost the 4 to 10mm bolts. They're actually a 13, but with a 10mm head, so it's M8, I think, that go in the original prop area over there. Normally they go on the bench in the safe place, and I tidy it up, so they're gone. So I found 4 Vauxhall flavour inverted Torx, ones that probably slightly different thread, so that's gonna cross thread, and some big washers that probably definitely don't fit, so we've got to change them. 17 kind of ish on a 13, which is M8. Okay, here we go again with a different type of washer that's a round one that's not the right size, but it's going to do perfectly. Yes. Now, I know we touched on this before, but you don't actually need to own the right sockets for these inverted Torxes, because a normal 6-sided metric socket does exactly the same thing. That's like a 10. Or maybe 11. Where's the littler gun? That is a 10. Made for it. Don't wait now. Oh, it's the wonky gun, isn't it? Diffage. That's a hastily bodged up engine earth that we're just gonna probably not worry about, but let's put it on there. Nice. I've just spent like literally 40 minutes trying to get the exhaust on. Obviously the exhaust manifold come out of here, and it's just one I bought from someone on Facebook and sent it up with all the engine bits to get done for Lindale. And I've been heating up and beating the bulkhead down there, and I can't, like the exhaust kicks out before it goes under, and I couldn't get it to clear, and I couldn't work it out. I thought I must have bent it in that last car. I've just took it off and checked it against the one that come off the 2 litre, and you can see that one kicks out a lot more. So obviously that's the passenger side of the car from the engine. Is there a difference? I don't know, like from standard, or is that one bent? I mean, I've never had a problem with the exhaust fitting before, and they're all like that, so I assume it's just a bent one. But yeah, so now I'm going to clean this one up and put that one on. It's really good when you get exhaust paste on the studs as well, so you know, it fills the studs up when you're trying to do the nut up and undo it, and do it up and undo it again. You know, just you never really want it to come on and off easily, because that makes life too good. Still got loads of stuff to do before we can leave tomorrow, and it's like 9:30 at night or something. It's really late at night, and still got no brakes, and the lorry's still loaded up, and I'm here till midnight, that's for damn sure. I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna leak gas. Gases. And what is the name of this meaning? Absolutely smothered in exhaust paste, that's great. Should have put gloves on. Got 15,000 gloves. Don't wear them. Oh my goodness. Armpit smell, because I've been sweating for 16 hours. Ah, Rob Browning has arrived with dog. Oh. No? Everything's going wrong. Right. The starter don't sound great though. Cylinders though, isn't it?
Yeah, right.
Brand new Virgin, isn't it? Now let's just turn it off.
That's all we wanted, wasn't it? It's on 4, it starts.
Runs its 4, isn't it? Go on, CSI. Right, that is it for Thursday. It's 20 to midnight, and we're about ready. Run on 4 cylinders for about 20 seconds, I think, and that's good enough. It went forwards, it went backwards. We've got some sort of brakes to stop it on the rollers tomorrow. That's down to Lindell now to do their bit. Yeah, it's late. I don't smell great. I look a state. Let's go to bed and hit the pillow and get back up again tomorrow. And go on a road trip. Yeah, great. Hello, hello. It is Friday morning. It is a lovely, warm, sunny day. I'm on the M11, just going past Harlow. I think we're on our way up to Peterborough to go up and see Lindale again. Obviously in the lorry this time with the car for the rolling road. I'm tired. Like, this week has burnt me out. We've just been trying to get so much done, and then with work and stuff and a couple of late nights, and you know, you just have them weeks or them days or them cars where just nothing seems to go right. Even bleeding the brakes last night with Rob, and like the front brakes, which I haven't changed there as the car was on the road, and one of the bleed nipples is snapped off. Like, everything has been sent to test us with this one. It's still not done, admittedly. I've still got some bits to do next week, but it's just, I don't know. I don't know if it's because we've done it backwards and I sort of got it painted and sign written before I finished building it. Normally, we'd get everything done and then paint it, and then it gets sign written and it sits in the corner. And the worst case, I might have to put a harness in it or some bonnet bolts or charge the battery up, or, do you know what I mean? They're normally done, so it's been a deadline and it's been a busy week, so it just hasn't helped us. But there you go. I'm just tired and irritable, and I want to go back to bed, but I can't because I've still got another 76 miles to go until we get there, and then rolling road, and then turn around, and then drive all the way back home. But anyway, next stop, Lindale Race Engines. Okie dokie, we have made it to Lindale Engines in Peterborough, where we are getting the new bad boy bedded in, warmed up, rolling roaded, jetted, ECU done, whatever way you want to look at it. We got up here and there was a little micro stock in front of us just getting rolling roaded, so we've had to hang on a little bit, but we are just getting on the rollers now. As you can see, Jay and Keith are in there doing their thing. The GoPro's in there filming a bit as well, so see how we get on. Right, well, there you go. We managed to make it to the rolling road, just about. I don't know how we managed to do it this week. It was such a slog. Yeah, Tuesday I had a meeting in Essex with my accountant for Allstar Hydraulics for my end of year thing, and then from there I thought, well, the engine was done. So I was a third of the way to Peterborough, so I just shot up there in the van and got it. It obviously only gave us 3 days of the week to crack on and do the axle, which ended up being a nightmare. Like, normally I can do them in about an hour and a half on my own. Like, old one out, new one in, and weld the bits either side, stop it falling out, and the link arms and all, brakes, everything, like, and it took me nearly all day. Just everything was seized. The bolts didn't want to come out. There was just dramas with everything, and then where I'd split bits off of that, set up on that axle for other bits, for some reason I'd managed to lose the brakes, because I think I'd run the brakes on the Series 2 and then put the discs somewhere, and then I didn't need them, and then when I had to tidy up I threw them away somewhere. So don't tidy up is the answer to that. But yeah, we got it done ish, kind of. We're obviously racing Wednesday, and I've got Monday and Tuesday to do my springs and some of my setup bits and a couple of little bits more I've got to do under the bonnet. I don't know if you noticed, but I've only got 3 bonnet bolts in it at the minute because I can't find the other crush tube for the other side. I'll have to find that, sort that. If not, I'll make one. And yeah, other bits and bobs, wheels, tyres, all that thing. There's still bits to do. And then at the weekend, we're racing the Astra at Northampton. So we've got 2 meetings coming up. Both cars aren't done. Anyway, that's enough for this week. Special thanks actually need to go out to my dad because he helped considerably with this engine at short notice. And if it wasn't for my dad and actually my mum, for some money that they had tucked away between them, bless them, then I wouldn't have managed to get that engine. And also, obviously, special thanks to Lindale for sorting it out. I think it was the BWS at Arlington, which was the 18th of May, that the engine blew up. And I got it back Tuesday, which was the 18th of June. So within the space of a month, I'd obviously blown up, took it out, took it apart, assuming the damage, sent the other engine off, obviously because I needed to get the sump and the front plate and everything off of the blown up one to send that with it. Sent the other engine up, and then when I picked it up, when they said it was done, I think it worked out it was like 3.5 weeks, which was like amazing service to get it from the point of giving them the bits to getting the bits back. Was about 3.5 weeks, and then obviously I've rushed about and then gone back up again for the rolling road. So massive thanks to Linda for sorting that out at short notice. Massive thanks to my dad, and God rest her, my mum. And yeah, anyway, I'm sure next week's going to be even busier. Let's go.